Ryan Blaney versus William Byron on the front row. Stage 3 is underway. The final stage of the NASCAR season. They cut the dog leg. Blaney and Byron dead even for the lead. Byron on the outside gets a nose ahead. Look at Chase Briscoe roll on the outside. Briscoe up to 4th. They're 4 wide for 6th. But Chase Briscoe's in the mix for this championship. Byron to the lead. Blaney and Ross side by side for 2nd, and then Briscoe to 4th. And now the 9 gets underneath the 19. The Chase and Chase show for 4th place. And Denny Hamlin cuts deep down the dogleg. Hamlin 3 wide for 9th with Carson and Alex. Denny slides up. Carson's going to get a push from the 48. Kyle Larson's back there fighting for a 12th with Noah. Hamlin gets around Alex. Now can he get Carson? He'll cut the dog leg big time again. And he's going to try and slide up. He can't. He can't clear the 77 just yet. Now the 48's going to try and split him and put him in the middle 3 wide. Hamlin can't quite get clear. He gets clear of the 48. He's behind the 77. He runs 10th. Battle for the lead. Byron still leading with Ross getting pressured by Blaney. And Chase Briscoe right there in 4th. Larson 3 wide in the middle with Noah and Bowman. Larson's going to clear his teammate. The 48's going to get to his back bumper and give him a shot. Larson clears Noah. Almost. Now Noah fights back on the inside as Chase Briscoe. Chase on the outside of Blaney. That's for 3rd place. Chase around the outside looking for 3rd. He's gonna be clear off of turn 2. Yes, he clears Ryan Blaney for 3rd place. Now Ross runs a lane higher. He's looking to try and get around the 24. He doesn't care about the championship. He's won on championship weekend before in this place. He wants to do it again for the first time in 2 years. On board with the number 1. Run a little higher in the turn 3 than the 24 is. And they cross the line to start lap 200. Byron goes right by the yellow line to turn 1. Ross going a little higher, getting close. Can't quite get alongside. Here's Hamlin going on C-Bell. And Denny's going to get by his teammate, who's going to get a bump from Josh Berry. That's for 7th spot. The 11 up to 7th. But here's the Ross machine next to William Byron almost. Can't quite get alongside. Big loose moment off of turn 4 for Bell on the bottom box. Ross to the outside of Byron almost. He can't quite get alongside. Down the backstretch they go. Ross in the draft. Not going to quite peek out to the inside. He'll look outside. Byron stands tall. Side by side between Larson and Bell. Berry nearly gets clipped by Carson in the back. Larson passes C-Bell. That's for 8th spot. Byron leads the way with Ross and then Chase right there in 3rd, the 19, trying to get into this championship fight. He's about a second behind William Byron for the championship lead at the moment. Battle on the bottom box between Berry and Hocevar. That's for the 10th spot. Berry got a run on the outside of Carson. And he's almost clear. Now Carson gets right back to the number, right to the door. They'll go side by side across the dogleg. into turn 1. Carson with the nose ahead of Barry. And he clears him.
Chase Briscoe is running in third just behind him, and you know who's not surprised? His crew chief, James Small. When I talked to him this morning, he used the word theory a couple of times. That's because on Friday, their practice was limited with the flat tire issues they were having. They only got 24 laps, where many got 60 laps. And he said, I'm working on theory, but I believe in theory, our car is edge faster than our 3 rivals for the championship. Here it comes.
Well, Ross is now starting to lose touch with the 24 of Byron, but Briscoe's starting to be pressured by Ryan Blaney. It's going to be a 3-car fight for second place at the moment as we ride on board with the 1 going into turn 1. Briscoe goes way high. Blaney and Ross wrap the yellow line. Big run off of turn 2 for Briscoe. He goes to the inside. Chase Briscoe with a head of steam. Can he clear Ross? He's going to slide up the track. He's going to put the 1 almost in the fence. Ross stays next to him. Where does Ryan Blaney go in this? Side by side through the dog leg into turn 1. Briscoe on the inside. Moving up the track on Ross. They're going to hit again. Contact. They had to lift. Here comes Ryan Blaney on the inside. Briscoe passes Ross, but now he's got Blaney next to him in the turn 3. All this fighting has put the gap up to 1.4 between the 24 and this battle for second place. And Ryan Blaney's still not done on Chase. Side by side in the turn 1. Briscoe up high. Blaney wrapping the yellow line. Ross in the middle. Blaney with a nose ahead. Gets a little loose across the yellow line. Off a 2. Briscoe with a big boost of momentum. And he clears his way into second. Now, can Chase Briscoe drive away and catch William Byron?
Multiple wins. He's had the season of his life, the most pole positions of any driver, and now here he is. 104 laps.
William Byron now running the high side as well as Chase Briscoe. He nearly gets in the fence. Ryan Blaney to his inside, but Briscoe gets a big boost of momentum off of turn 2 to clear his way into second again as they're starting to track down William Byron. The gap's down to 1.1 seconds.
So you talk about the resilience of the year. It's really been the resilience of the day for this 19 car as well. Now we're seeing if Hamlin and
Chase Briscoe is currently lapping faster than William Byron. A 28.4 last time for the 19, a 28.6 for the 24. Briscoe is ripping the top.
Sprint car racers running the cushion. Oh yeah, he is giving everything he's got right now.
The gap is now just under a second. Chase Briscoe is charging, plus he's shifting. Nearly 100 laps to go at Phoenix. And we'll go side by side. Briscoe running high again. Blaney running the inside. Briscoe still clear. In the turn 3. We'll run the bottom.
Let's even cut our hats.
Isn't that just a visor?
Shut up, Chris. Great. Can't wait to see what y'all come up with.
So that we can cut your bill. Call Consumer Cellular.
Chipotle just dropped Build Your Own Chipotle.
Byron runs high. Briscoe runs high. Blaney wraps the yellow line again.
We have a lot of food here.
Got the protein, rice, and beans.
Now Ross and Chase Elliott in the fight here. This is for 4th.
Game changer.
The new bike is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle.
The 9 has had a quiet day, but here he is inside the top 5. This is the best Chase has ran all day, and here he is to the inside of Ross. Ross up high. Chase to the inside. Chase may clear him, and he will. Ross is going to try and cross under, but he can't. What a move by Chase Elliott to move up to 4th. Ross goes high.
Cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks.
Elliott charging. Here's Byron in the lead.
Different circles.
Running high, and Chase Briscoe also running high. But the 19 and the 12 are closing in on the 24. And meanwhile, the 11 of Denny Hamlin starts to track down the 9 and the 1 cars. 98 laps to go at Phoenix. Kyle Larson with a flat tire! Kyle Larson with a flat tire! Larson's in trouble on the dog leg. Big smoke out of the 5, a flat right front. He's in the middle of the track. No caution yet. Wow, no caution. He was in the middle of the track running slowly, and NASCAR didn't call him for Kyle Larson. Wow. That's huge. Kyle Larson in the box. Here he comes.
Welcome back to Phoenix. A disaster for one of our championship 4 contenders in Kyle Larson. He come on the radio and said, I had a flat slide, and then goes tire down, tire down. You can see it right there. The right front tire went down for the 5 team. They were just recovering from a bad pit stop.
Oh, Chase Briscoe with a flat tire! Chase Briscoe with a flat right rear again! The second time it's happened today! He's shooting up into the middle of the track!
Nearly getting hit by the 11 of Hamlin.
Once again, no caution called by NASCAR!
We'll see if the 19
Wow!
right side jacked up. Chaos erupts here with 2 of the playoff 4.
Chase Briscoe with a flat tire, the right rear, and just like Kyle Larson, no caution is called.
Tire issue in this championship finale. The race leader who's been out in front for 36 laps today. This team has had the most tire issues on the weekend. And remember, Briscoe took off.
Briscoe down and away, real quick. Now, William Byron and Denny Hamlin are your only 2 championship contenders left.
Pushed early, and the tire didn't make
Hamlin is 4 seconds behind Byron. Here's what happened to Larson.
I don't know how he does a wreck right here. I don't know how he got the car slowed down quick enough to avoid hitting the wall with the right front down. That was great work by Larson. Larson now a lap down. Briscoe both a lap down after green flag pit stops. Let's go on board with the 19. And he's going to be saying not again after that brilliant comeback. It's happened again.
Wow. I can't believe we're witnessing Briscoe and Larson with tire issues, and a caution's out because Hocevar has a tire issue. A right front tire failed for Carson Hocevar, so there's a caution for him, but not for Larson and Briscoe. Huh.
We're going to see contact here, which is what brought the caution out.
And Hocevar, Carson hits the fence.
But now here he is basically stopped up in what will be the exit lane of everyone leaving turn 4.
And that looked a little intentional by him causing the caution, by him staying up against the fence.
We believe our lap down, but Briscoe got in and out of the pits, and he was the first car lap down, so he's going to be the free pass and get back in the lead lap.
And Chase Briscoe will be back on the lead lap.
At this point, I assume we'll take the wave around, which means he'll kind of go back on the lead lap, and he'll be the last car on the racetrack.
Briscoe will get the free pass. Kyle Larson is eligible to get the wave around. But there has been a ton of tire problems today. Chase Briscoe had a flat right rear under caution after Shane had a spin. And AJ Allmendinger hit the fence after a flat right front, second time this weekend for him. Kyle Busch with a flat right rear. Austin Dillon with a flat right front, both Richard Childress cars. And a few laps later, his brother Ty Dillon hit the fence and spun. And now Larson with the flat right front and Chase Briscoe again with a flat right rear.
I think the biggest issue is if you are Rudy Fugle on the 24 car.
And here we go.
Chris Gale, the 11
Pit stop time.
Your competition is
Byron and Hamlin head to the
Get
pits.
a little more conservative. Put some air pressure in these tires to avoid problems. But if they do, Steve, that's going to take some speed out of the car.
Prior to the caution coming out, there was a report on the 24 of a vibration. They're on pit road. Kim Coon's there.
Yeah, William Myron, just a slight vibration. He didn't seem too concerned. He did say, though, slipping the rears, especially entering at 3. He said, you just need to plug in the back of the car to the racetrack. He felt like the clean air flipped the balance the other direction. They did make a slight air pressure adjustment. They reminded him, you need to manage your stuff, and told him the problems of both the 5 and the 19, Marty.
Again, Denny Hamlin said the balance was consistent, but I absolutely, quote, abused the tires. I went down to the apron. I hated to do it, but I had to do it. And honestly, it's terrifying.
Off the pits, Chase Elliott gets the lead. Blaney second, Byron third, Denny Hamlin fourth. The 24 loses 2, the 9 gains 2. And now the 2 championship contenders will be side by side on row number 2. But Larson Briscoe will get back on the lead lap after tire problems. We'll be right back from Phoenix.
Cup Series here live on NBC, presented by Press Street.
Welcome back to Phoenix.
To catch breath.
Under caution after Carson Hocevar hit the turn 3 and 4 wall after a flat tire.
Because he had to, because of where he was back in the pack. Using the apron can damage the tire. So what are we talking about? So right there, when the cars cross over, see how hard the cars hit? You can see every one of them hitting the racetrack. That puts a lot of pressure on that left rear tire, Steve, or all the tires.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much on the initial start like this right here because you're still under maximum speed. It's not ideal. You even see the gouges in the racetrack. It's more the full speed laps that you're now making that transition probably 60 miles an hour harder. But either way, that is for sure an area that can damage the tire. But Parker, you're hearing potentially another issue on the 5 of Larson.
Yes, Steve. So exactly what happened to him was he melted the bead on the right front. Usually is a heat issue, and the culprit was that we've seen all this tire wear from these tires. Well, the rubber caked up on the brake duct opening on the 5 car. So they actually cleaned that off. They got some photos here. Cliff Daniels explained it to Kyle Larson, and basically it overheated that front right tire.
Chase Briscoe got the pep talk from James Small's crew chief. We've already proven we can do it once today. Let's do it again there. Back at the lead lap with the free pass.
So the 5 and the 19.
Here we go. Restart time here at Phoenix. Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney lead the way. All 4 championship contenders back on the lead lap as we're back underway. Byron gets underneath Elliott. 3 wide for the lead. William Byron, big move. Deep on the inside. Can he slide up in front? No, he can't. Elliott takes the lead off of turn 2. Denny Hamlin ends up 4th. He's pushing Blaney. Josh Berry is in 4th, actually. Hamlin's down to 5th. Elliott leads at the line. Berry cuts the dog leg big. Josh Berry to 3rd. Now Hamlin to the inside. Ryan Blaney looking outside on his Penske affiliate. Berry hangs tough for 3rd. Blaney and Hamlin stay side by side. But it's a Hendrick 1-2 with Elliott leading the race. Denny Hamlin slips up. Blaney gets 4th. Hamlin was sliding underneath the 12 and thankfully held on. Ryan Blaney looks high on Josh Berry again for 3rd. It's a big cluster behind the top 5. Ross and Seabell side by side for 6th, with Log, Bowman, and Reddick there. Blaney and Berry now side by side for 3rd.
His best friends from high school is there watching this race with him. Denny acknowledged that this is the last chance he's got to win a title.
Here's Denny up the middle. Denny gets around Berry. Berry sliding. Almost gets tapped by the 20, but Denny Hamlin through the middle. Gets around Berry as Ross and Seabell hit each other for 6th. And gives 6th spot to the 1 car. Hamlin in 4th. A car separating himself and the championship leader, William Byron. That is Ryan Blaney in 3rd, that car, separating the 2. Willie B in 2nd, Denny in 4th. Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson run 25th and 27th respectively.
The 12 car. Watch this right here. It's on the apron a little bit.
Oh, Hamlin hit the apron and then hit Blaney when he slid up off the apron.
Blaney and Hamlin did a really good job. Hamlin
That's a
bounced
big
it off
moment.
the flat part of the racetrack. They worked it out together.
Chase Elliott's starting to get away from the rest of the pack. He's half a second clear of his teammate William Byron for the lead.
Not clean air, right? When he's been out front, he's been able to.
But now the 24 starts to catch the 12.
But I think now, with all the tire problems, Denny Hamlin and William Byron, they know they're going to have to manage these. Steve, you just talked about
Byron and Hamlin running 28.1s. Briscoe and Larson running 28.6s. You got to think Briscoe and Larson are conserving their tires after the tire issues they just had.
Let's talk about these tire issues. We've seen lefts, we've seen rights. I believe this is clearly just a result of lower air pressure. Goodyear recommends an air pressure. There's not really a team in the garage that runs that much air. They are all well below it. The question is, what is safely below it? We heard Parker talk about a melted bead. That's a different situation. But the lower air failure.
Ryan Blaney's now starting to catch William Byron.
I can assure you, when you take air pressure.
Blaney and Byron both are running the yellow line. Denny's running the lane higher.
What is too much? And I think that is
Now Byron to the bottom. Blaney runs higher in 3 and 4. As we ride on board with Denny, watching those two intently.
So many basically variables in the equation. If the 24
Byron blocks to the inside. Blaney runs a lane lower. Ryan Blaney trying to get to the inside of Byron. He can't off of turn 2.
There's a cause, but low air is also, an advantage if you can make it live. You were the crew chief for Jeff Gordon and Dale.
Now Blaney runs high.
Did you gamble with that?
Way high,
Too many times.
but not in front of Byron. He cannot get alongside him at the moment.
If you saw issues in practice,
A 28.3 for both the 24 and the 11, running identical laps. Briscoe a 28.6. Larson a 28.7.
measurement of speed. There's my ego as a crew chief. There's the pressure of a
Ryan Blaney now all over the back bumper of the 24, all up in his mirror.
And if I turn the
It's music to Chase Elliott fans and his ears.
down and bump this just a little bit, and then you get away with it, Jeff.
But for the championship, it is music for Denny Hamlin's ears as Chase Briscoe is up in the 20th. He's in the top 20.
All day long and not be good enough. Well,
And Byron and Hamlin's lap times are starting to fall off. 28.3 for Byron, 28.4 for Hamlin. Briscoe running a 28.6, Larson a 28.9. As we go to commercial. But for now, Byron holds off Blaney with 75 laps to go in the season. Denny Hamlin running in 4th. Still right there, as well as Josh Berry, who is keeping up with these folks. In the back, we look to find the 19 and the 5. It looks like Chase is underneath somebody right now. Can't tell if that is him. No, it's not. That's Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher trying to make a pass on somebody. I believe that's the 47 of Stenhouse. Not sure what spot that's for. That's for 13th. Really good run for Ricky today. .73 laps to go. And here's Chase to the inside of Zane. Briscoe to 19. Now the next car will try and track down to the 35 of Riley Herbst. And here's a battle between Ross and C. Bell. Christopher Bell trying to close in on Ross. As they go into 1, Bell runs high, Ross runs right by the yellow line. Now on board with Hamlin again, who's starting to close in on the 12 and the 24, inch by inch, meter by meter. 71 laps to go.
It makes me sad that I'm in active menopause.
Byron goes high. Blaney wraps the yellow line. Denny runs the middle. And Willie B's going to get that launch off of turn 2. Meanwhile, Chase Briscoe is up to 18th. And the other Chase, that being Elliott, is driving away from his competition. 70 laps to go at Phoenix. Ryan Blaney on the inside of Byron again. Byron running high. Hamlin running high.
The youngest of the championship 4 drivers, William Byron, at 27 years old, leads everybody in laps led this year, won the Daytona 500, won the regular season championship.
Denny Hamlin with a big run on the outside. He's next to Ryan Blaney.
He'll get his first, what I believe,
And he blows right past him. Denny Hamlin to third with a big pass. Now, the car that he's racing for the championship, his main championship rival, is the next car ahead, and Alex Bowman has a flat tire. Flat right front for the 48 of Alex. He'll make it to pit road.
This time it's Alex Bowman. Running 11th. The 48 was just inside the top 15. You see right front flat. They'll have to put some service on this 48. 68 laps to go. And
Now back to the championship race. Byron right up against the wall. Hamlin in the middle. Blaney wrapping the yellow line. Byron runs high in 3 and 4 again. Denny's right by the yellow line. Hamlin does have the fastest lap, but that does not matter today. Points don't matter. It's about beating your championship rivals on the track. As meanwhile, they have started to catch Chase Elliott a bit. The gap was down to 0.6 of a second. It's now back up to 0.8 of a second. So the 24 and the 11 are starting to be better than the 9.
The 11 did have one right as the caution came out. So I think William can keep doing what he's doing.
66 to go. Byron starting to gap Denny Hamlin a bit. Byron up against the fence. Denny wrapping the yellow line. And Chase Elliott may be a little bit vulnerable. Byron and Hamlin running 28.7s. Briscoe and Larson 29.1 and 29.2 respectively.
His craft as a race car driver at this level, he said he used to put enormous pressure on himself, too much so at the beginning of the race, and he has learned.
Championship 4, laps led today. Briscoe and Larson have not led any. Byron's led 40. Denny's led 163.
Just to remain more patient and let the race come to him. It doesn't all have to happen in the first stage, and you're seeing that right now.
William Byron starting to run down Chase Elliott, and a flat tire for Noah. Noah, the flat tire, he's up high. Can he get to the pits? He stopped on track. He turns down and gets to pit lane. Wow, that was a close scenario.
That was close, but good work. Back to the front, two Hendrick Motorsports.
Surprised the caution did not come out there.
Right now, Byron is trying to
Shane Van Gisbergen into the pits. William Byron to the inside of Chase Elliott, who's running high. Byron nearly clips him in the left rear. Chase and Willie B. Where do they go? They both go high. Another car entering the pits. The sun starting to set is going to be a massive problem down the backstretch for these drivers. Byron can't quite get underneath Elliott. And all the while, Denny Hamlin still sits about half a second behind these top 2 drivers. Byron is able to turn through the middle of 1 and 2. That's how he's keeping pace with his teammate Chase. As they go through 3, Byron is on the left rear of Elliott. Oh, and Elliott just clears him. 61 to go. Elliott running up against the fence. Byron a little lane lower. Turns down turn 2. Hamlin just watching intently. trying to catch up.
As he lunges
Byron dives to the inside of Elliott in turn 3. They're side by side for the lead with 60 laps to go on the stripe.
40 laps.
Byron on the inside, Elliott on the outside. This is for the lead. William Byron into turn 1, dives in and takes the lead. But Chase is going to cross him over. Here's Elliott to the inside again. Can he stay with Byron? He cannot. Give the lead to the 24.
He will do it. The 11's going to try the second lane. He's looking for that.
There's Denny Hamlin running up high.
Frustrated with that the 24 was able to gain Rudy Fugle on the bottom right 5 times.
Ryan Blaney is in this battle as well. He's within a second.
Him and William Byron had a long
2 championship drivers, 2 non-championship drivers in this fight for the win.
Right away where these two won together, and they've been
Byron leading, then Chase, then Denny, then Blaney.
16 wins have been with Rudy. And Rudy mentioned to William in the lead up to this championship finale, just give me a clear-minded William Byron. Just give me a clear-headed William Byron.
Byron, Elliott, Hamlin, Blaney, single file, all in a line.
Let's just go for it. Well, Kim, so
And lap times, that last lap, Briscoe at 28.8, or Byron at 28.8, Hamlin 28.9, Briscoe 29 flat, Larson 29.3. Looks like Kyle Larson's championship hopes are fading fast.
Very bizarre and an unexpected crash at Vegas with Ty Dillon entering pit road. They had a last lap spin out in the tri-oval at Talladega and plummeted spots. And so Reed Fugle told me we have to be on our game and on our guard for every single lap of the final stage. Right now, spotter Brandon Lyon just reminding him, keep that rhythm, manager stuff.
We got a lap car playing into the mix as the 88 of Shane is underneath Ryan Blaney. He just pitted. Now the 9 is running way up high, and the 11 is starting to catch him. He's really close, but now the 88 of Van Gisbergen is going to play a role in this.
overcome the time on pit road. Byron, it would be nearly impossible.
Denny and Chase run in the middle. Chase a lane higher than Denny does. Denny to the inside. He's able to turn the corner. Hamlin the second.
You see the 88. That's what fresher tires look
Now Shane on fresh tires is next to Hamlin. Hamlin's going to have to run high. Elliott runs a lane higher. Ryan Blaney on the bottom. He can't quite get to the 9.
Let's talk more about the 19. Chase Briscoe's worked his way up to 14th, Dave.
Lee, he can feel that the right rear is low. He's been told we're getting close to that window. If you have to bring it in, do. But he keeps telling the crew it is low. So Steve, the tire may make the decision for the team.
Yeah, the fact that
Chase Briscoe starting to struggle with the right rear again. He got a little loose off of turn 4 that time.
At some point, you just have to come down pit road 32 laps now in this set, so you'd like to try to get 5 or 7 more.
Trouble!
Problem, big problem. Up ahead.
Austin Cindric around in turns 3 and 4. And he backed it into the wall hard.
Heavy damage. Unfortunate wreck for the two.
And that's it for Austin Cindric. His day is going to be done after this.
Finish the year out strong. That's a really heavy rear impact.
Caution is out.
Vehicles shorten up that much, so a big
Looks
hit.
like a flat right rear.
I sat down with the 4 crew chiefs and asked this very question. Are you ready for the last 50 laps? Are you ready for when that caution comes out and the ball gets thrown to you? Now, I was wondering if the question would be pit or not pit. I think that answer has been basically determined with the tires we have here today and how much fall off they have. Now the question is what
Austin
adjustments.
Cindric's trying to roll to get
There's all
down
4 of them. Chris
off
Gale
the
on
track.
right for Denny Hamlin. You have Kyle Larson's crew chief in the upper left, James Small bottom left, and Rudy Fugle in the bottom right. Here's what happened to Austin.
Here's what happened to Cindric. He's following Tyler Reddick into turn 3.
Soon as he lifts,
Goes to the inside, and immediately a tire blows out. The right rear blows out, and Cindric backs into the wall hard.
Control, car turns around. As Steve said, big impact.
So now, is it going to be speed or durability? What's going to win this championship?
And Austin Cindric limps onto the dog leg
Regardless of how much air you put in your
and
tires,
will limp
you want to
it
be the
back
first guy off pit road with them.
And of course, as
to
NASCAR racing goes,
end a very disappointing day here at Phoenix for Austin
because he had
Cindric.
a lot of tire issues well before that. So
He was having a pretty solid run, but it'll end in a disappointment with a right rear tire failure into turn 3 and backing it on the fence.
Pit road again, or are you putting air into it? to try to be safe. That 52 laps to go in the race makes it very difficult for them. If it was 15 to go, you know what they're doing. They're going to go as low as they can possibly go because it probably won't hurt the tire on that short of a run.
And I will say, very simply, regardless of the adjustments, if you don't have a flawless pit stop and you lose track position with 52 to go, there will be no recovery time.
Right.
So this is that moment. There you go. The last numbers are in. Adjustments happening. This is pressure packed right here. This is just, these pit crews started back in January, right? In the gym and in pit practice, and all of the pit stops, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pit stops, all kind of season long, both in competition and in practice. And it's going to come down to perhaps this being the final one. We may get more cautions, but I think you have to mentally prepare that this might be your last shot.
William Byron, this 24 car in the 2014, they've come down pit road twice with the lead. They have yet to leave pit road with the lead. This is a step-up moment for this team.
One of the most commonly used words in NASCAR is execute. The driver has to execute. The crew chief has to execute. And the pit road crew have to execute. Now is that moment. That was Rudy Fugle at the
slamming.
last stop after losing a couple of positions. Here we go.
Here we go. This may be the money stop.
This may be the last one for the season. William Byron leads the field to the tied pit road. Dave Burns is standing by. Take it away.
From 27 to 13, he's just a little free in the center. He said the balance though is the best it's been all day. Parker.
Kyle Larson said, I was sure my right front was about to be hot, so we need 4 tires here and clean off that right front breakdown to help get into longevity, kid.
And for William Byron, he said the lateral hung on way better this time, just built tight and dirty air. Clean air, though, he was okay, so no major adjustments for fresh Goodyear tires. Snuggle fuel.
That wasn't a good stop by Larson. Briscoe had a good stop. Byron's out in the way. Big stop for the 24. He's next to the 9, but Denny Hamlin does not. Hamlin loses second. He'll be third. William Byron wins the race off pit road. Chase Elliott to second. Hamlin, Blaney, Barry, Bell, Logano, Keselowski, Chastain, your top 10. We'll be right back from Phoenix.
You can run a little longer down around the stadium section of Phoenix Raceway.
Welcome back to Phoenix.
Incredible finish amongst the championship 4.
It is absolutely going to be an epic battle, and the battle got a little easier for Denny Hamlin. He was third off pit road, but second off pit road at 9, and Chase Elliott busted with speeding zone 4.
Chase Elliott is speeding.
You caught something.
Wow.
More to show on the 9. So watch Chase
Byron and Hamlin will be next to each other on the restart.
Watch this. Watch the 11 car. They're coming over pit road. He's looking at his tachometer. He thinks he has a little more speed to get. Watch him turn left right here. Gain on the 11. So he has a little more speed than the 11, and just that little bit is how he got penalized.
For that, the 9 who had track position will give it up. And what a battle we have. Think about this. William Byron and Denny Hamlin.
Well,
they have run within
here we go.
position of
The top 2 in the championship, Byron and Hamlin, will be first and second. Chase Briscoe runs 9th. Kyle Larson is not inside the top 15. It's a battle between the 24 and the 11, and possibly the 19 if he can get there. The top 2 for the championship, Hamlin versus Byron. 46 laps to go at Phoenix. Here we go. We're back underway. And it's a dead even restart. Hamlin gets a little jump. Byron battles back, but Hamlin has a nose ahead into turn 1. Hamlin on the outside, trying to get around Byron. They'll be dead even off a 2, with the 24 having a nose out front, but Hamlin gets a launch. Byron gives him a hip check. Side by side in the turn 3. Denny Hamlin to the lead. He's all cleared off of turn 4. For a moment, William Byron fights back. Dead even in the turn 1. Hamlin up high. Byron trying to slide up next to him. Dead even. Hamlin, Byron, a hip check again. Turn 3. Hamlin slides high and is clear of William Byron. Hamlin is out in front officially. Now can William Byron battle back? Ryan Blaney's starting to catch the 24. Here's Josh Berry and Christopher Bell. They're all here, and don't look now, Chase Briscoe's up to 6th. Kyle Larson up to 14th, but he's running out of time. Hamlin is ahead by half a second. 43 laps to go at Phoenix, and Denny Hamlin is getting away.
All right, that is Rudy Fugle telling William Byron, just stay in touch. We'll try to go get him on the older tires. Denny Hamlin is trying to run and disappear.
Denny Hamlin trying to get away. William Byron trying to conserve his tires. And Ryan Blaney is sticking with the 24, as well as Josh Berry. 42 laps to go.
It has been so talked about.
Chase and Joe Log fighting for 5th spot.
Ever since it was confirmed that Denny Hamlin was coming to Phoenix with a shot at the title.
The 19 and the 22 battling hard for 5th spot.
Happens to be the race leader with his business.
But right now, Denny Hamlin leads the way for the championship, with William Byron in 2nd, but a hungry Ryan Blaney right on his back bumper in 3rd. That's the man who knocked him out last week. Ryan Blaney does not want to help William Byron.
He has been involved in so much, managed so much, and still
Blaney
performing to the tune of
really close to Willie B. Into turn 3.
Let's not forget.
Gap is up to 8/10 between Hamlin and Byron, with 40 laps to go.
All day long, they have found a way to get some track position back. There he is.
There's Chase Briscoe in 6th, right behind the 22 of Joey Logano. Briscoe runs up high by the wall, but he might need some more help. On board with Chase in the 19.
He got told by his crew chief James Small earlier in this race. Stay with it. We have a very good history of coming back from adversity.
Briscoe up high, turning down the corner off of 2. Still a little loose on exit.
Jason Garrett at this point, it's time to go. He used that highline to try to go to the front with the championship.
38 to go. Briscoe riding the high side. He's soaring on the wheel. He nearly hits the fence.
This team wants a caution. They want to run, I don't know, see maybe 10 more laps or so, get a caution, come down pit road, put some tires on it. They're going to have to leapfrog. They're not going to get there from here.
Briscoe really struggling that time, especially that moment in turn 1. Let's see what happened. Just chased it up and kicks dirt up in the marbles, and somehow may have been a kiss up against the wall, but I don't think he hit it. Meanwhile, the gap in between the 11 and the 24 is now a second, as Ryan Blaney is closing in on William Byron in what could be a detrimental pass for this championship. An action detrimental to this championship could be Ryan Blaney passing William Byron. You ride on board with a 24.
We have had a 61-lap run today, but that was stage 1. That was a different feel to the race. As we've gone in these
Blaney still right behind him. He's had trouble passing the 24 all race long, it seems like.
We've really been unable to get more than about 30.
They both wrap the yellow line. William Byron was a little bit faster than Denny Hamlin that last lap. And Byron's gap is now under a second to him and Hamlin.
That's Denny preserving a little bit, right? We've seen multiple times in his
Let's see what their lap times are this time.
Never slacking up, never never slowing down. That time, Denny Hamlin was the fourth fastest car in the race.
Byron faster than Hamlin again by 0.6. Caution!
Here we go.
J.J. Yaley in the fence. A right front flat.
44, J.J. Yaley. Oh, something's happened. The right front not only is flat, but it looks like it's pointing the wrong direction.
Well, J.J. Yaley hammered the wall, and yeah, the right front
Talked about it earlier.
is
Chase
bent.
Briscoe in sixth place. I think this is what he wanted. I think he had to have.
And that is
an early
huge.
caution.
For the 19 of Briscoe and for the 5 of Larson, as we'll take a look at what happened to the 44 of Yaley, and yeah, it's a right front. In turn 3, goes up the hill.
Yeah.
Bang.
Buckley kind of gets it turned.
Yeah, he did a great job there.
You see the right front's not only as flat, it's kind of pointed out. So I don't know if he had a. I mean, look, it's obviously broken. So I don't know if the tire went flat, something broke, or something broke and forced the tire to go flat.
Having trouble getting that right front off.
Pit road, by my math, everybody has a couple sets of tires left. Now, one of those may be your qualifying tires. So probably one set of stickers, one set of scuffs, unless you used the scuffs earlier in the day. 33 laps to go. I guess you got to decide, how you want to manage
33
this.
to go.
Put stickers on now. You hate to lose the race at the end with having to put the scuffs on, but I hate to put the scuffs on now and have the last set of tires I put on.
Decision
I
time
don't have any sets of stickers the 19
for all
had.
these crew
He had
chiefs.
a tire issue on the green. He had to pit.
But we got another pit stop, and this may be the money stop with 32 laps to go.
To your point, it might only be the only thing they have left. So scuff tires for the 19.
That's probably the tires that they qualified on. That you can use those.
Chase
if you're
Briscoe's
on
got
those.
scuffed
They're really
tires
good
on
sets of qualifying
the
tires.
wall. So the 19's going to put on some scuffs. Here we go. Pit stops.
So the lap count that they're going to have to go on this next set of tires, Dave, is more attractive. It is less and more doable. But let's see how we go on this round of stops. Who's going to get the advantage?
You saw the biggest thing there was a tear off the big chunk of rubber in the car.
2 tires for Chase Briscoe.
Larson in 13th. He said that's the littlest amount of grip I've had all day.
2 tires for Larson.
For him as well.
And for William Byron, he said I was three there. Can't trust the back of the car. I have to trust
Wow.
the back of the car. These are sticker tires.
What does Byron do?
For William
They're taking 4.
Four on. Larson.
Denny Hamlin's taking 4. Big strategy call for the 19 and the 5. They're going to be first and second, and Hamlin beats Byron off the pits. The championship 4 are 1, 2, 3, 4.
You just cannot continue to follow. You have to do something. Everything is on the line. 2 tires.
And Denny Hamlin's pit crew celebrates. They beat the 24.
I love the aggression. Backs against the wall. You're going to fight your way out.
We'll be right back from Phoenix.
Cancer isn't me. It's something I
Chief Racing of Chase Briscoe.
Here we go. We're back at Phoenix.
James Small, which he has done multiple times.
Under 30 laps to go. Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson take 2 tires and jump to first and second. Denny Hamlin, William Byron on 4, and they'll be 3rd and 4th. The JGR cars on the bottom, the Hendrick boys on the outside.
We've run, 283 laps. We've had a clutch
On this 5-corner racetrack.
around 2 bad pit stops, and now they run 1 through 4. You want to add this?
What do you see? What do you see from the fight there, Jeff?
Yeah, so
What's got your attention?
coming off in front of that car. I'm not really sure what that was, but
28 laps to go. The Penske boys of Blaney and Log run 5th and 6th. Then Barry and Seabell, Ross and Brad round out your top 10. Pace car pulls off into the tied pit road. A 28-lap fight for the championship with the championship 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The top 2 on 2 tires, Briscoe and Larson. Hamlin and Byron on 4 tires in the row right behind them. Here we go. 28 laps to decide a champion. We're green again in Phoenix. Briscoe gets ahead of Larson. Briscoe's clear. Here comes Denny Hamlin in the middle on 4. Ryan Blaney ahead of Byron almost. Now the 24 sends it on the outside, as well as Larson. Larson to the outside of Briscoe. Hamlin to the inside. 3 wide for the lead of the championship. Big sideways moment from Josh Berry as they're 3 wide in the turn 3. Larson up high. Briscoe middle. Hamlin bottom. They squeeze. They hit. They're 4 wide for the lead. William Byron with a big move. William Byron to the lead. Hamlin right behind. Hamlin crosses under. Here comes Logano. Logano to third. Hamlin to the inside of Byron for the lead again to turn 3. Denny Hamlin back in front. Byron gonna try and charge back. Joe Long to third. He splits up the championship contenders. Larson fourth. Briscoe fifth. Hamlin leading, then Byron, but then Joe Long. Joe Long could play a big role into this championship fight. Denny leading, then Byron. Here's Joe Long on the back of the 24. Briscoe tries to move high on Larson to no avail. 25 laps to go at Phoenix. Hamlin, Byron, and then the reigning champ, Joe Long in third. Briscoe up high near the wall back there. He may fall into the clutches of the battle for 6 between Blaney and Berry. Josh Berry to the inside of Ryan Blaney for 6th spot. They're still side by side through turns 3 and 4. Well, at the line, it's Denny Hamlin leading with 24 laps to go. A 6/10 advantage between him and Willie B in the 24. Chase Briscoe up by the wall again. Ryan Blaney does pass him. Ryan Blaney into the top 5. But they're side by side, actually. The 12 and the 19. Side by side. But Briscoe takes the spot back. 23 to go, and Denny is starting to get away again. The gap up to 8/10.
Look at this. This is from earlier. The championship 4 all together. And 3 wide, bouncing off each other, coming through the final turn, heading to the dog leg when Byron made it 4 wide.
Watch this move by Denny Hamlin right here. He could have shifted into the corner on the outside of the 24. He says, I'm not doing it. Not falling for your trap. I'm going to
22 laps to go.
take advantage of it.
Denny getting away from Byron.
That is a smart race car.
They both run the bottom, as well as Joe Long in third. Because if the 22 can pass the 24, and there's no more cautions, it's curtains for the rest of the championship 4. Hamlin's gap is up to almost a second.
Clutch issue. They had a left rear tire go down at the end of stage 2. And after the last stop, Steve Criscale told him, after the stop, we noticed that we lost a wheel weight from the left front tire. If you feel a vibration, that is, quote, likely it. So, Hamlin on his own now. So we're not coming back down pit road, but would that be a concern for Criscale?
Not a concern at this point. It is kind of what it is.
So there could be a vibration from the left front of Denny Hamlin.
Just to make sure that the
But right now, he's all alone. All he has to do is drive the best 20 laps of his life right here. And he will finally put that when you're going to win a championship question to bed.
Look at Coach Joe Gibbs there on the right. 5 championships.
Chris Gale watching on. Denny's crew chief. Joe Gibbs putting his headset back on.
2 for Tony Stewart, 2 for Kyle Busch, 1 to Bobby Labonte.
Denny Hamlin,
Championship number 6.
19 laps away, and the gap is up to 1.3 seconds.
By a large margin right there.
He is pulling away from William Byron. Byron now running up against the fence. Joey Logano nearly to his inside, but Byron gets the cannonball run off of turn 2. The 24, now a second and a half behind Denny Hamlin. Denny is putting the hammer down.
No driver has ever led this many laps in a championship finale.
24 back to the bottom of the racetrack. He tried at the top.
Byron to the bottom. Joe Long goes up high as we ride on board the 22, but Hamlin leads by 1.6 seconds.
Now back to the bottom.
And the gap to the 5 and the 19, 4 seconds back. It's between the 11 and the 24 officially now. Unless an intervention.
Sitting on top of the pit box for one of these cars, you're asking yourself, what if?
We have a car
What
way on the
happens?
apron.
Yellow comes out. Do you bring your car back down
Looks
to pit
like
road? You know new
that
tires
car
are
will
back.
stay away. Not sure who it was. It was a Ford.
Pit road. If you're
Maybe it was
Chris
Austin
Gale,
Cindric.
you'd love to see this thing just run 17 straight laps to the finish. You want your bench
Hamlin through 3 and 4.
starts behind the wheel.
Looking really, really good in that blue progressive Toyota. The first year without FedEx, maybe the year Denny Hamlin gets the championship. You gotta be wondering what those FedEx executives think right now. Most Cup wins without a championship. It's Denny Hamlin with 60.
That Denny Hamlin wants to get out of. He does not want to be part of this anymore, even there with illustrious names.
Hamlin off of turn 4, across the line. 15 laps to go as he goes through the dogleg. Not gonna cut it. Doesn't want to put any pressure on those tires.
He wants to do it for himself. He wants to do it for Coach Joe Gibbs. He wants to do it for his family, and especially under the circumstances with his ill father, he wants to do it for Dad. Well, Brad Doherty
2
said it in the
seconds.
pre-race that
The gap between Hamlin and Byron.
judged in your career, and there's no one who's gonna
14 laps to go as the progressive Toyota motors into the sunset here in the Arizona desert. Ryan Blaney and Joe Log are fighting for third, the Penske boys.
Las Vegas and that amazing drive, and he said he had to go back and watch it. He did because he didn't even remember all of the moves he made.
The Penske boys, third and fourth,
I would also say, as a race car driver,
splitting the championship contenders. Hamlin across the line again, 13 to go.
late in the race,
Joe Gibbs, Chris Gale watching on nervously
this is, when you're a kid at home, Steve,
as Denny Hamlin
basketball,
driving the wheels off that thing right now as he's still pulling on Willie B. 2.4 seconds the gap.
same for a race car driver. Give me an opportunity. Let me just be better than everybody else. And honestly, from a speed standpoint, there is
Hamlin across the line.
today is Denny Hamlin.
He has had the best car all day.
We talk about every
And that last lap time around, Hamlin a 28.4, William Byron a 28.7. Kyle Larson was faster than William Byron that last time by.
You get 100% Denny Hamlin.
Back on board with Denny again as he works his way through turns 3 and 4. And he sees that green cactus. 11 laps to go as he crosses the line again.
How does he do it? And he just told me point blank that this is his job. This comes first, and everything else comes after.
Ryan Blaney the third, and he's starting to close in on the 24 of Byron.
We're doing something else, but nothing can get in the way.
Down the back stretch, the sun getting into Denny Hamlin's eyes. It's really prominent on his visor.
Just almost impossible.
But he gets to the yellow line in turns 3 and 4. Here he comes to the start-finish line again. 10 laps to go in the season.
What a relationship they formed just this year alone. See him right there, still crew chief.
Denny Hamlin,
Bring those
in his
injuries up.
first year with Chris Gale, it was a shock when that great pairing of Denny Hamlin and Chris Gabehart were split apart. Now Gabehart's a big consultant on the 54 team. That has really started to help out Ty Gibbs. But Chris Gale and Denny Hamlin have hit it off in this first year, and with 9 laps to go, they could both be getting their first ever Cup Series championships. Ryan Blaney is catching up to William Byron. The top two the 24 and the 12 are right on each other. Ryan Blaney to the outside of William Byron. This is for second place. This could be a huge pass if there is a late caution. Blaney all over the back bumper of Byron. He goes to the inside of the turn 1. Byron up by the wall. Blaney by the yellow line. They're dead even up at turn 2. Byron's going to get the run, and he clears Blaney for now. William Byron playing defense, trying to win the championship, but he has to defend from Ryan Blaney. This is music to Denny Hamlin and company's ears. Blaney charging up to Byron. He'll go to the inside again. Into 1. Blaney by the yellow line. Byron up by the wall. Same song, same dance. 24 clear off the 2 down the back.
But the tip of the hat to Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe. 5th and 6 on 2 tires. Their crew chiefs threw, the Hail Mary. The only option they had to get track position. And
6 laps to go.
6 miles left in the
Hamlin
season.
leading the way. Byron trying to hold off Blaney. Blaney dives to the inside again through 1.
He's right through that in these closing laps.
And now there's more traffic. Denny's going to pass somebody right here. That's the 44 of J.J. Yaley who's back on track. Across the line. 5 laps to go for Denny Hamlin. The gap is up to 3 seconds.
Early in the race, he showed us
3 seconds is the gap. William Byron playing defense on Ryan Blaney. Blaney in the background was on the inside of William Byron. They may be fighting for second if they cut back. But we'll ride on board with Denny Hamlin still. 4 laps to go with traffic ahead. All Denny Hamlin has to do is just get to the white. Denny off of turn 2. Ryan Blaney has passed William Byron. Blaney to second. Byron falls back to third. Byron is a flat tire. Byron's in the fence. William Byron in the wall. Caution's out. William Byron in the wall. Championship over for William Byron. And we'll go to overtime. Unbelievable overtime in the championship finale. That's it for Byron. His championship hopes over on board the 24. And there it went. When he was breaking into turn 3, nothing he could do. Bang.
Did all he could, but
Wow.
nothing he could do to get the car slowed down enough.
The tire goes down, and into the fence he goes. That's it for William Byron's championship hopes. Heartbreak for the 24. But Denny Hamlin on 4 tires. Kyle Larson now in 4th is his next closest rival with 2. Chase Briscoe in 5th with 2 tires as well. It's going to come down to these 3. What do the crew chiefs do?
We're the best. Denny Hamlin, we're going to pass them. But what do you do now? If you pick 10
Here's your
tires,
top 10.
and Larson and Briscoe
Denny in
have to
1st.
stay on the racetrack,
Ryan Blaney 2nd.
overcome
Joe
any
Log in
pass
3rd.
up.
Kyle Larson 4th.
That's the radio of the 5 right there. If you stay out and Larson comes against tires and lines up behind you, this is just an absolute gut-wrenching
The
decision.
19 of Chase Briscoe 5th.
There are times
Barry
when
6th.
the
Seabell 7th. Brad 8th. Kyle Busch 9th. And Tyler Reddick rounds out your top 10.
If they're going to pit or not before you do, you watch
This
what
is
they
the
do
biggest
and
decision
decide what others do.
of these 11, 5, and 19 teams' lives. Pit road is open now.
Trying to throw the ball in my driver's hands, putting tires on the 11 and telling Denny Hamlin to go win. But that is an absolute gut-wrenching call.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Everyone's going to pit besides Brad. Brad stays out. And so does Ryan Priest.
James Small asked Chase Briscoe, what do you think of the true right sides? Only last time he said, I would have rather been on offense. So expect them to go for 4 here. This is the qualifying set that he went 1 fast lap on yesterday, Parker.
Should be the same situation. Kyle Larson, you heard Cliff Daniels say, we're not on this. He does just right sides there for the 5 car, Marty.
20 years, Denny Hamlin has been trying to win a championship. He was 3 laps short, Parker, of making it happen. Chris Gale in his first ever championship 4 didn't hesitate for 1 second. He said the call is Tundra. They brought him down pit road. It's going to be 4 fresh.
Oh, Hocevar nearly gets hit by a log. Denny Hamlin's out. He's ahead of Chase Briscoe, but Kyle Larson is a few cars ahead.
Tire calls, and at the front of them will be Blaney And
Larson will be fourth. Denny Hamlin takes 4. 3 drivers stay out. Brad, Ryan Preece, and Alex Bowman. Blaney will be 4th. Larson 5th. Joe Logg 6th. Barry 7th. Bush 8th. Chase Elliott 9th. Denny Hamlin will restart 10th.
It is Kyle Larson. 3 drivers staying on the race.
Wow.
If you look at the graphic, Keselowski, Preece, and Bowman. Blaney will be 4th on 2 tires. Then Larson, Logano, Barry, Bush, Elliott, Hamlin, all the way back. Man, oh man.
This is gonna be a restart.
This is so chaotic. This restart. Keep your eyes open.
This restart's gonna determine everything. You got the 2 RFK boys, and then AB in the 48 for Hendrick in 3rd. What's gonna happen here? This is just like the truck race all over again.
Denny Hamlin with 4 tires certainly is in position to have a good handling race car, better handling race car, but he has some ground to make up. Larson,
Man, I have no idea what you choose.
So, first things first.
Kyle Larson looking for his 2nd career championship. Denny Hamlin looking for his 1st. Chase Briscoe also looking for his 1st. He will restart in 15th. Larson's on 2 tires. Hamlin and Briscoe are on 4. We'll see what happens. A lot of people are on 2. Denny Hamlin's the first one on 4. Not many drivers took 4 tires. Hamlin and Briscoe did.
As Denny Hamlin, but can he get through the pack? And to your point, Steve, it all starts with the choose. A lot of this you can't control. You don't know which lane may or may not go. If I'm the 11, I just have to pick where I think I have the best opportunity to go.
This is drama. The best Phoenix Cup Series finale, maybe the last one. No, scratch that. It is the last one. And here's the truck race, the 7-wide pass by Corey Heim for the championship. And then on the next restart, he officially gets by Majeski and seals the deal.
It was not. And he got his 12th win of the season and the championship.
What a historic year for Corey Heim.
Is that going to be similar for another
111 Toyota won a championship. Can the other 11 Toyota win a championship? He has to pass the 5 car, who is 5 cars ahead. All the cars ahead of Denny Hamlin are on a weakness tire-wise.
That's the focus, right? You've said it multiple times.
We will choose, I believe, this time.
Where Larson lines up. Where's he? Where's everybody else? And then I pick based on what Larson did. That's the only thing that matters to Denny Hamlin.
And those front 3 on old tires are really going to make the restart, not roll smooth. It's got the timing, the cadence is going to be very awkward. All right, here's the choose, Jeff.
Here we go. Choose time. Where are the cars that stayed out go? Brad goes high. Preece to the inside. Alex outside. Blaney inside. Larson takes the top. Log to the bottom. Barry to the bottom. Bush and Elliott go high. Denny goes to the inside of row number 5. That is huge.
I think if you're Denny Hamlin, this is where you have to go.
That's where he's made some great moves on that.
Denny Hamlin will have the inside. He'll be able to cut the dog leg.
The restart of his life, Lee. Here's what his crew chief Chris Gale told him just moments ago.
Everybody else in front of you is on right. Tires are pumped up ready to rip, so make sure they're clean and go get it.
And Lee, I go back to
Here we go. It's time to crown this year's Cup Series champion. Here we go. Did they just add a lap?
If you're new to NASCAR,
They just added a lap.
time is of the essence because Hamlin has to catch and pass Larson if he has a chance to win this championship. We're going to go green, white, checkered in NASCAR overtime. How about Larson? What can he do when his day looked done with tire issues?
A
He has
green,
a
white
chance
checker
to be a 2-time
to
champion.
determine
Today, let's listen to some
who
radio.
wins it all.
Green, white, checkered. We got a little bumper in the 11-4. Let's go.
Love that information. Just keep in mind, Larson last changed left sides on 262. He's put right.
Ryan Preece
So
Brad Keselowski trying to get RFK their first win as a company this year. Reese trying to get his first win ever. You got Alex Bowman who wants to get his first win. But they're on old tires. They stayed out.
Looking at the 11 pit stop right here. Man, the 77 comes sliding in behind. That could have been bad for the 11.
Contact for the 22.
Yeah, Hocevar and Log get tagged.
Carson Hocevar, Joey Logano.
But here we go. This could be the final restart of the season. Brad, Ryan Preece, RFK trying to get their first win of the company. But Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and maybe Chase Briscoe are going to fight for this championship. Who will be your 2025 NASCAR Cup Series champion? We're about to find out. Overtime at Phoenix is green, and Brad is on the gas. Hamlin dives down the dogleg. Preece and Brad side by side. Blaney looking to make it 3. Hamlin's already next to Larson. Larson up high. Hamlin on the inside. Larson rolls the outside. Kyle Larson with a little restart. He's up to 4th. He's 3 wide for 2nd. Kyle Larson won a restart. 3 wide for 2nd place behind Brad. 1 more lap to go. We made it to the final lap. Larson side by side with Blaney for 2nd. Denny Hamlin a few rows back. Can Hamlin get there? Larson on the outside, trying to get to Brad. Denny slides up. Denny's in trouble. Brad in the lead. Here's Blaney. Larson gives him a shot. Brad, Blaney, Larson, Bush, Log to the line. RFK's gonna get a win this year. No, they won't. Blaney wins it, but Larson is the champion. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Ryan Blaney, last corner pass on Brad to take the win. RFK, 1 corner short of their first win of the season. But Kyle Larson, the 2 tires pay off. And Larson is a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. And for the 20th year in a row, Denny Hamlin, 3 laps short. William Byron hits the fence. And they take 4, and it ends up costing him. Kyle Larson with a 3rd place finish here today at Phoenix is the champion. And for the 2nd year in a row, a Penske car wins at Phoenix. And finally, after his championship in 2023, where he lost to Ross Chastain the race, Ryan Blaney finally gets that elusive Phoenix win. And Kyle Larson will get the flag and get to do burnouts. He's going to burn it down right in front of his pit crew. And he's going to climb out while doing the burnout and grab the flag. Hell yeah, Kyle Larson. What a badass.
While they celebrate, let's congratulate Ryan Blaney on winning the race.
Unreal finish to this season.
As the Hendrick team are now with their man.
Ricky Stenhouse, one of his best friends, gives Kyle Larson a hug, as well as his pit crew.
Contrast in emotions. Denny Hamlin on the right was so close.
Denny Hamlin just staring out the front windshield, wondering what could have been. Cliff Daniels and Kyle Larson celebrate each other. This pit crew is 1-2 now. Wow. And Larson gives a thumbs up to Ryan Blaney, who gives him some congratulations.
That was a lot to take in, Steve. A lot. A crazy restart, a crazy finish. It's going to be really interesting to hear the thoughts and the comments, and we will talk to the champ when we come back and many others.
We'll be right back from Phoenix. Kyle Larson, a two-time NASCAR champion. NASCAR Cup Series champion, that is.
And the family gets to celebrate. Owen, Audrey, Cooper, Caitlin, his wife is here as well. I got a hat and a towel for you, champ. What an unbelievable restart.
Owen nearly kicked Larson in the head. And there's Mr. H, as well as his wife.
Kyle, was it the bracelets the kids gave you before the race?
I guess, yeah. We did the best job we could. And, yeah, that's the bracelet Owen made me. And I can't, honestly, I can't believe it. Like, we didn't lead a lap today and somehow won the championship. So, I mean, just 1 second.
Yeah, take your time. Got to get a breather after that one.
Really, I'm just speechless. I can't believe it. We had an average car at best, and then we had the right front go down, lost a lap, got saved by the caution, did the wave around, and was really bad that run. And we took 2 tires. I was like, oh god, here we go. We're gonna go to the back now, and it had a lot more grip than I anticipated, and so we got lucky with that final caution error. I was really hoping that we were going to take 2 again, because I felt like I learned a lot on that restart, bombing 1 and 2 really hard, and thought I could do the same thing if we got another one. So just unbelievable. What a year by this Hendrick Motorsports team. Cliff Daniels, everybody, his leadership, his complete leadership just showed that whole race, and keeping us all motivated, always having a plan, all of that. So that's just the story of our season. So again, just unbelievable. I cannot believe it. It feels, this is insane.
Kyle Larson joins Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson.
Kyle Larson is a two-time champion by riding the Larson line. He's a dirt racer.
Marty, a moment ago, Denny Hamlin left the car.
And here's Denny
went to
Hamlin.
the pit box and fell into the arms of his crew. Denny, what's going on inside?
Yeah. Then I can do it different. I mean, prepared as good as I could coming into the weekend, and my team gave me a fantastic car. Just didn't work out. You know, I was just praying that no caution, and you know, had one there, and what can you do? It's just not meant to be.
You ran away from everybody. The car had speed, and then the caution came out. What went through your head?
Yeah, I thought still okay, but you know, we took 4 tires, and I thought that was definitely the right call, and just so many cars took 2 there, and obviously put us back. But team did a fantastic job. They prepared a championship car. Just didn't happen.
Can you do this again?
I'll try. I got a couple more shots at it, but you know, man, if you can't win that one, I don't know which one you win.
Denny Hamlin, gracious in defeat today, guys.
Denny Hamlin leads 208 laps, but a late caution sinks him as he can't make his way to Kyle Larson, who rides the Larson line. He's a dirt racer. He loves the outside, and he rolled the top to his 2nd championship of his career. What a job from Kyle Larson. He didn't lead a lap, but it was enough to win the championship. His 2nd in Phoenix. What a finale to this Phoenix, Arizona finale hosting trial for the NASCAR series, top 3 series. See y'all later. RBL. Peace. Kyle Larson is a wheelman.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in